What's up, my dudes? Vanguards here. Jeez, it's been a long time since I uploaded, but I have seen so much misinformation around this update and how these units work, what's good, what's bad, what etc. that I have been forced out of retirement to come make videos to you guys to try to explain how these units work, because a lot of people are so confused. I'm going to make PvP videos and I'm going to explain strategies and stuff like that as well, so a lot of you can have your chance at that. But I do want to talk about the update, and I want to talk about the units and explain how they work for you guys, because a lot of people are going to be so confused. Now, this is not going to be your traditional showcase. I'm not going to do a regular showcase. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what the unit does. Then I'm going to show you, because Brisket is a very hard to use unit. Very hard to use well, because it takes a lot of macro play, which a lot of you guys might not be familiar with that term. A lot of you guys might think macro play means using an auto clicker or something like that. That's not what that means. Macro play means like keeping track of cooldowns, resource management, etc., etc. Positioning, targeting. There's a lot of stuff that goes into using Bridget well, and we're going to be going over all that. And Bridget is very, very difficult to use. So you can see I have Monarch, ZZ+. I don't have any Ascensions yet. I normally wait for the update after to get Ascensions, because then I can synthesize it. Passive, Yo-Yo Master, anytime this unit attacks, it leaves behind a yo-yo, basically. And then Town Inside Me, anytime this unit uses meter, gains 20% damage buff and 10% range buff for 20 seconds. And then Yo-Yo Follow-Up consumes 50% meter bar to perform attack 4. And then for familiar, I have Bridget on Black Spirit, because Black Spirit is going to be your absolute best friend for all these. So we're going to go over here, and someone actually popped a rift, so we don't even have to. So we're going to go into the rift. You can see this one leaves in 7 minutes. We're going to try to solo it with Brisket as our main source of damage, as you can see. We have Judar as well. Judar is very, very good. He's a really, really good DOT support. But Brisket is absolutely phenomenal levels of damage, and I feel like Brisket is very, very slept on and underrated, to the point where I want to make a video soloing the new rift with Brisket, because like I said, I think Brisket is insanely good. Brisket is just very, very difficult to use well, right? A lot of people, whenever I see a lot of people have been so wrong about units this update, because there's not a lot of units who show their true potential inside the DPS stats. A lot of people are so used to ALS or AA or other games that where you judge a unit instantly face value with their DPS stat, and you're just completely wrong. So let's go ahead and look at this and see how good it is. Oh yeah, I'm using Dizzy as well. You can see I'm using three of the new units to go ahead and beat the stage, because they are all very, very good, and I really like them. And also Dizzy's only ethereal, by the way, too. So for people be like, oh, you need Monarch to make them all work. Let's wait a second. Let's put Cladakiri here. Cladakiri is going to slow them, buy us time to go ahead and work on our farms, as well as clear them out, which is going to be really good. It's going to come up very beneficial. It's going to allow us to kind of set up. The combo between Katakiri and Brisket is really, really good, but you can't really control Katakiri, whereas you can control Brisket with good play and stuff like that. You absolutely can control Brisket. I'm going to go ahead, place Brisket here. Brisket's pretty cheap, so Brisket's going to be able to go ahead and start building a meter, which is really important, because we definitely want to get Bridget maxed out and get that meter built up and get all that stuff ready to go. And we're going to be looking at how we do with that. So we're going to go here. Next up, we're going to go ahead, put down Dizzy. Dizzy's going to be really, really good for setting up enhanced damage, because the way Dizzy works, we'll go over in another video, but Dizzy, in my opinion, is like one of the most cracked supports in the game. She's so good. She also has a damage mode. If you want to do a lot of damage, she can do that. But she's just super, super good. So we're going to place another Dizzy. Do I want to place the other Dizzy yet? Not really. I do want to shut down the Homunculus' regen, so we're going to be putting down Judar, and we're going to be leaving him right there. So we're going to do this. We're going to upgrade, and then we're going to go here. And we can still have Bridget right here, which is good, because Bridget's about to attack, leave a yo-yo, and then we're going to go ahead and move Bridget up a little bit. I do want to upgrade Bridget, but we don't need to just yet. I was going to upgrade, but like I was going to use the active to move Bridget up. There's really no need, because right now they're about to push past, which is perfect. Perfect. So now we have all of our farms maxed. You can see Bridget and Katakuri and them have been holding it down, which is really good. And now we want to start going, now that we're almost to max tension, we want to start building up these stacks. So now that we've popped it once, we want to start counting to 20, which I'm going to be real is going to be impossible in a video, so I'm just going to keep track of this. And every time I go up a little bit more tension, I'm going to be able to go ahead and push it up even higher. And this is going to crank Bridget's DPS and turn Bridget into like a walking nuclear bomb. It's just really, really, really good. You can see we're at 1.6x. It goes up to 5 stacks. We're almost to the last stack, and we will be good to go off that. So yeah, we're going to pop this again. Got to make sure to keep popping every 20 seconds. We're going to do this. Put a Dizzy here, come here. Make sure that she is targeting first. And now we are going to, because we don't really have a way to deal with last just yet, we want to keep Bridget on first. We want to put down another Judar back here. And Bridget here. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Go. Almost let that buff time out. You really don't want to let that buff time out, because look at how much damage Bridget's doing now that Bridget is ramped up. We're going to go here, and we're just going to work our way to nuke this boss. We're going to go ahead and go to boss right here. Hit the boss. Hit the boss again. Then we're going to go first because the boss isn't first. And we're going to buy ourselves a little bit of time here. We're going to go ahead, grab Dizzy. Come here, do this, and we're just going to chase the boss for a second. And you can see the amount of damage Brisket's able to do. It's quite a bit. Quite a bit of damage. Brisket is able to just absolutely dookie on the boss effectively. And with a decent Black Spirit, I have 100% Black Spirit on Brisket, so we're getting more meter. We're able to basically just chase the boss down. Boss isn't going anywhere. And we're going to be able to kill the boss rather easily. So, now that we did that, I do want to upgrade. Let me grab this, do this, come here, upgrade Katakuri all the way. And we're going to go here. Hercules just has so many lives, but we'll get him. We'll get him eventually. One of the big issues whenever you're chasing down a boss like this is the fact that you don't really have like a good solid way to set up the damage. See, now we set up the damage, so we're good to go. I think we kill Hercules here as long as Hercules doesn't have another life. Yeah. So we're going to wait for Brisket to put a yo-yo over there. Now that Brisket has a yo-yo over there, we're going to pop this. We're going to go here and actually go to last. We want to set the targeting priority to last. Let Brisket attack, do a yo-yo follow-up. Now we're going to go back to targeting priority first. Because now that we can do this, we have the money to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead, dash through the whole crowd of enemies again. And we want to put down the last Dizzy right here. Okay, we're going to go back to Brisket now. Brisket's still on first, so we're going to go ahead and burn this to keep this buff up time. And then we're going to come back to Judar. We want to make sure Judar has really big AoE and he's covering everything. We're going to come back to Brisket. Brisket we're going to set to last. And let Bridget do an attack. Set back to first. Let that build up. We're going to come back to Judar. Upgrade the other Judar. Now that you're at first, we're going to go here. Set you back to last. See, now you can get the gist of what we're doing and just look at the damage that Brisket's doing. Brisket's doing like at least half the damage of what we have. And it's just going to absolutely shred stuff and melt bosses. It took a little bit to get control of everything. But yeah, Brisket's just absolutely crazy damage output. So we're going to do here. Who's our next highest damage? It's going to be Katakuri, right? Don't want to lose that buff, so we're going to make sure we hit that real quick. Yeah, Katakuri at 168 mil. But you can just see the amount of damage output that Brisket has. Really, really good. Just like I said, it takes a lot of macro play. You just have to keep up with it. We want to go ahead and start trying to build up meter because the boss should be coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait till this hits 80 and then hit it again to refresh the buff because we definitely don't want to lose this buff. Like I said, you want to keep that buff up the entire time. You want to keep stacking it. So now we're going to go here. We're going to make sure to target last. And like I said, we just want to keep flip-flopping once you get the enemies down in a straight line. That way you can just keep that last targeting up and just keep blitzing through them in terms of AoE. So we're going to do this once again. We're going to set the last. And we're just going to keep doing this. We can chase down a soft foe at any time. It's not a big deal. So now we're going to do that. Dash through. Go back to first. And like I said, we're just going to keep doing this now. Dash through again. And now I think, no, we kind of want to go last again. Because like a big thing that we're able to do with Brisket is we're able to dash back and forth constantly. And this back and forth dashing lets us really focus a lot on basically just dishing out tons of damage to like giant waves of enemies. So you can see like the amount of damage Brisket has done, 414 mil out of 792 mil, and now we're going to chase down the 20 mil HP boss, and we're going to kill it. We're absolutely going to kill it. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. You guys can see how that went, and hopefully Katakuri attaches to Astolfo soon, otherwise I gotta sell and replace Katakuri, which isn't very fun. I think I'm gonna let Katakuri clean up. Like I said, anytime this hits 50, we're just gonna pop it, just because there's no point in holding on to it right now. So we're gonna do this, pop it. Just make sure to keep popping it. Pop it again. Katakuri still hasn't killed them over here. He will soon though. Alright, we dash through again. Like I said, we just keep doing this now. Actually, I think Katakuri's in a good spot to where Katakuri's going to attach. Yeah. Ooh, is this gonna make me lose a buff? I hope not. Okay, there we go. I gotta grab a Dizzy and pay attention. Do this. We're just gonna watch to see if Brisket gets stunned again. Okay, so now that that's happened, we're gonna pop this with Dizzy. We're gonna come back to here, pop this so we don't lose our buff. We're gonna keep attacking. I wonder what it is that's making Astolfo jump up. That's really funny though. All right, so we're doing this. Okay, we pop this. Come here. We do want to move a Dizzy though. Move this one. Come here, look for the 50% again. Alright, now that that's there. Come here. Have max upgrade a Dizzy. We do want to get a couple more attacks in if possible. Like I said, we just gotta be really careful not to lose our damage buff. We just got to be really, really careful with that. But now that they're in range of this other Dizzy here, we're going to be able to go ahead and make sure that Astolfo gets cleansed every single time. And yeah, you can see Brisket has done the vast majority of the damage between Brisket and Katakuri. And because of that, we are going to go ahead and take home a fat W. Brisket is very, very good. You just have to be very aware of how to use Brisket, what situation you want to dash in, because it's the direction of your dash itself. Like, see this roll? It didn't hit Astolfo at all because the yo-yo wasn't on this side of Astolfo. You always need to make sure you're dashing through enemies and doing as much damage as possible with the dashes, because the dashes are directional in terms of damage. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.